Oh, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you get a look inside Rocket Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. A nice little gift there to start the ball game as they will begin things at the 40-yard line. Already here, they'll audible to something else.
Alert!
Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Half 85.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A good pickup there, a 22. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Hall again on 2nd down. Runs through the contact. Down the right sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 44 yards rushing for. First 2 carries of the ball game. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Go, Jack. Here we go. Here we go. 79 Bronco.
Operating from the gun, Matlock. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Putup with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss. And another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game. And the head coach said, I'll take him. I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now Allen going to change it up. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Middle. What's that?
They run again on first down. Cook. Still going inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
After right down the middle, and the score 14-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to be backed up to start. A big hit there on the return. Stops him dead in his tracks.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. 95 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
56.
So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but Did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
They start the drive with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
5 wide. Gun. What's that?
Now Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Allen going to throw. That is caught, and they can't bring him down. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
So many times in my career, coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Look out.
Now Allen. And it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2nd and 13. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Matlock. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. 45 yards.
Let's go.
They'll give to Hall. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Off the option, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets are back within a couple of the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
To throw, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Off 52.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The Bills at 9-7 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. They run it again with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
Hey, tight.
You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
To the air, Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
What's that?
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes this a 9-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offense. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Speed comes off the edge there, Charles, from the end, and he blindsides him.
And the guy who's supposed to protect the quarterback, maybe the highest paid guy on the offensive line, the left tackle, hard to deal with there. Defensive end had too much speed and got to him.
And they'll accept that penalty. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Alert!
Allen going to change the look here.
What's that?
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Middle. 5 wide. Look out.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's to the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
What's that?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 108 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Look out.
Allen now looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Pushes him aside at the 45. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Look out.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Gun. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Over the middle, it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Allen. That's complete right around the 8. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play.
Half 85, half 85. Off 52. What's that?
Allen to throw once more. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is indeed good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. He gets away from 1, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 125 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Allen going to audible to a different look.
Alert, alert, alert. What's that?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They
56,
were aware
56.
of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
What is that?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Hey, hold. Look out.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
What's that?
Here's Cook again. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Look out.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Alert.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Regular. What's that?
Back to the ground, Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
Half.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
What's that?
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Middle.
Allen from the gun on third down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hall again on second down. Dancing away at the 35. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Off the play fake. Matlock. He's got his target. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. A give running right is Hall. They juked him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, right back to Hall. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Matlock escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down the ground. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Operating from the gun. Matlock. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Allen going to change this at the line. Second and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Monday. What's that?
From the gun, it's Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll get this down to the 38. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
56,
now
56.
They'll change things up. Again, it's Cook. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And here's Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on 4th. An audible here to get a new look. Going quickly out to the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Allen. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Bills are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we... Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
This pass out wide to Hall. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches.
Touchdown, Jets. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
3rd time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Look out.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half.